Once again, this evening, the world is watching Egypt to see what happens next. And what did not happen today may be the turning point in the revolution. With tens of thousands of protesters in the streets and in Tahrir Square for a 17th straight day, Egyptian President Hosni Mubarak went on television to resign, or at least that's what everybody expected he would do. Instead, he announced he is handing over power to his vice president and is making constitutional change, but he's staying put until September. Demonstrators, in stunned silence at first, are now even angrier. A news reporter Aaron Glazier has more on what happened today and the local reaction.
They packed Tahrir Square in Cairo, hundreds of thousands strong, watching Egyptian President Hosni Mubarak refuse to relinquish power. It was not the announcement they were looking for.
People are really angry now, like very angry. He doesn't get the point and he doesn't want to give up. It's all for his ego and his pride, and he doesn't care nothing about 80 million people asking him to step down.
During Mubarak's speech, thousands of protesters chanted, "Leave, leave." But watching from his office at Royal Roads University, peace and conflict professor Ken Christie was not surprised he stayed.
I think Mubarak is clinging on to power. I think there's been a sort of impetus for him to go, but he's being a bit stubborn now and he's hanging on to power. We'll have to wait and see what that produces.
Although Mubarak promised to transfer some duties to his vice president, he says he will be staying on until elections in September. Tonight, the protesters are digging in with makeshift houses and tents in the middle of Tahrir Square, an indication they intend to stay for as long as it takes.
But they are not giving up, and they said, we're determined, we're not leaving, we'll go on with our mission. You and your regime have to step down.
While Mubarak's refusal to step down is heartbreaking for the Egyptian people, his actions may also indicate that he is trying to hold the front line for other unstable countries in the Middle East.
There's a lot of talk about what's happening in Yemen, and the Jordanian aristocracy, the monarchy, is very worried also. So I think if Mubarak does step down, this will have severe consequences for those other Middle Eastern kind of autocrats, dictators that, you know, have been in power for many years.
The question now is, what role will the military play in all of this? So far, it has stayed largely on the sidelines.
They will stay neutral, which is unfortunate too, because now it's in their hand.
But with worries the country could slip into chaos, there's speculation that could change.
And it's changing quickly. Aaron Glazier joins us now with more. Aaron, word that some of the mob has now moved towards the presidential palace. What are we hearing from the Canadian government tonight?
Hudson Minister of Foreign Affairs Laurence released a statement shortly after, saying once again it is up to the Egyptians themselves to decide who governs them. Canada wants to see an orderly democratic transition with free and fair elections and avoid a quick reform that could result in extremism, violence, or intolerance, further suggesting they are in favor of this current plan to transfer power peacefully in September. Also, their travel advisory to steer clear of Egypt still stands, and they are assisting Canadians who want to leave.
All right, Aaron Glazier, thanks.
You're welcome.